I'm going to stand behind the crate. See if we can get her to come in. Tracy. Yes. And I'm going to drop that treat right down in the crate. Girl free. She can come out and play. Come out and play. Good girl. And I will reward for the free command too, just like any other command, so that they understand when it's playtime and when it's work time. Now I'm going to start to add the word crate, because she seems to understand a little bit. Crate. Good girl. Whoops. My treat fell on the other side of my divider. Oh, but she got it. Good girl. Free. Yes. Good girl. Crate. Good girl. Now I'm not going to give the reward until she does what I want. So I'm not going to keep repeating the word crate over and over and over again, because we want a one-word reaction. We want to just say the word and have the dog go in there. We don't want to have to keep repeating ourselves. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. Crate. Yes. So when she gets in the crate, that's when she gets her reward. Free. Good girl. Now I'm going to give her a treat when all 4 feet are on the ground. Now this time, we're going to up the ante a little bit. Now she went in there on her own, so I'm just going to click and treat, so she knows that that was a good thing to do. This time I'm going to close the door, and I'm going to give her a treat. Acting good. Free. Good girl. And treat. Crate. And that was my air. Her treat bounced out. Good girl. One thing that you have to really watch for is bouncing treats and flying treats. Make sure that you have enough that you can get it right in their mouth. As they start to progress through their training, we want to start putting it right between their legs so that they understand that treats don't always come from the hand. That way we can avoid biting. Now she did a release before I told her to, so I'm going to put her right back in. And I'm not going to give her a reward. I'm going to say free! And reward her for the right release. Good girl. Crate. Good girl. And we're going to close the door. I haven't latched it. As long as she's sitting quietly, I'm going to give her a treat. Girl, I'm going to latch the door. And just so you know, I'm going to walk out of the room and see if she can be quiet. Dutch is starting to creep in here. Come on, Dutch. And I'm going to return and treat for being quiet, or marking that good behavior. So I'm going to go out, and this time I'm going to go for a little bit longer. I will not come back in to mark that behavior unless she's absolutely quiet doing the behavior that I want. I don't want her trying to open the door. I don't want her screaming. I don't expect her to be completely relaxed. She's a 12-week puppy, but I do want her to be, for the majority of things, basically quiet and behaving well. It's very good. So I'm going to click and reward. And this time, I'm going to unlatch. Now remember, we don't want her rushing out like a rocket. So I'm not going to just open the door wide open, because I don't want to teach her that she can run right out as she's pushing against the door. Now, when she's sat nice and quiet, I'm going to mark that behavior. Open the door slowly. Mark behavior for staying in. Oh, put her right back. Back in. That's what you get with puppies. If they don't want to go back in. Come on. Crate. Crate. Okay, I'm going to close the door. I did not give her a treat, because she got out before I wanted her to. give her a treat for staying in the crate. I'm going to open the door while she's not looking and say, free! Good. That way she released right when she was supposed to. And I didn't treat her till she was standing on the ground, not going crazy. Good job. Good girl. Great. Good girl. I'm going to close the door. I'm going to latch it. I'm going to walk out of the room. And whining is normal for puppies. For some people it's harder than others to overlook. But what we're teaching is that she has a safe place to be. It's really important. Especially if they get injured or something and they ever need to be crated long term, like a broken leg or surgery. The last thing you want is them stressing in a crate when they're already under physical pain or stress. So by teaching this crate training when they're healthy and in a good mindset, we can avoid causing stress later in life if ever a situation came up. Yes! Good girl. So I'm not going to free her right away. Remember, we want her to be patient. So I might have her over here while I open this. I'm not giving her anything. She's just licking my tasty fingers. Free! Good girl. So we set her up for success each time. And I'm not going to treat her unless she's all four on the floor. Good girl. Good girl. Free! Great. Great. Good girl. And that is the basics of puppy crate training.